Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Want to get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
Good evening, all. I hope my voice is audible to everyone.
Yes, Shushmita, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you for the confirmation. Yes, sir, you can take over the class.
Should I wait for them? But because attendance is 74 only.
We'll wait for 2 minutes.
Yeah, we'll wait for 5 more minutes and let's check. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
I was very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later for my college, I get to know about ExcelR and I enroll in ExcelR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He's not only focusing on theory part, he's doing how real digital marketing works. And it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge. Here they're not only focusing on study, they're also conducting different exams to test our knowledge. And as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, ExcelR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across ExcelR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days. My mentor Mayur helped me for attending these classes. So he is a very informative and helpful guy. In the course end, there is a exam which I topped, so I came to the ExcelR office in Bengaluru. This digital marketing course has helped my career and my skills to develop, and the certificate has helped my company to join. Thank you, ExcelR.
I came to know about this course from my college. Actually, for learning platform, this is very nice, and I learned from here ChatGPT and AI from online. Vikas is teaching for me for AI generative and ChatGPT. We are using this technology in more, and after finishing the course.
Hello everyone, good evening. So welcome back to Salesforce development program. Right. So I hope on the last session we started somewhere with the what? The basic vocabulary over there in the CRM, right? So CRM will have three departments. One is marketing, sales, and service under. So basically by default, CRM is kind of a concept in the business. But to achieve that a business, so we require to have a software. So that only all IT people been introduced the CRM software for it. So basically, when it comes to CRM, you'll have marketing, sales, and service. Again, those are departments. We'll call it as that. Again, you require to have a marketing software to maintain the data related to the advertisement, kind of investment, kind of budget, kind of responses. So how we dealt over there in the campaign, through leads, right? So if you generate a campaign, if you create a campaign, right? So how many leads being generated? So let's go to the marketing CRM application so that you can understand clearly on that day. So let me brief you what we done in the last session. Okay, so we just created a campaign for it. And through that, how many leads we got it actually. And we have seen how the lead will be converted into account, contact, and opportunity, right? So the job of the marketing application is same. Through how many different modes of advertisement you are producing for your for the product and all. Through each and every campaign, how many leads are generated? At the same time, how many leads being converted? So this is for the marketing application and all. So later on, we'll get the another application called sales application. Okay, so you can find out company information like accounts. Like on that day, we just created, we got a lead called KFC Private Limited. From the campaign called what? From the campaign called hoarding set, airport. And again, for every contact, so in this KFC Private Limited, to whom we need to contact, kind of contact information. So that individually being created, that comes under this object called contact here. Like Stella Joseph there, like relational manager there. Okay. Then what about the revenue related things under? So all the things will come under the part, the revenue related thing comes under the part of opportunities here. So have we created the individual information of company details, like personal information details and the revenue potential details under? No, it is not. So there in the lead itself, we have a, what do you call it? We have a lead conversion over there. Okay, so let me show you once again. If you might be in forget about because 2 days holidays, we got it right. So here you'll have the convert option. So when I click on convert here, it will automatically convert into account, contact, and opportunity. This is very important and important information from the Salesforce also. If I click on convert, so automatically this lead will be converted into account, contact, and opportunity. So here I have converted the Farmers Corp of in corporate, sorry, Coop of the Florida handle. The contact person is Bertha Broxo here, and the former cops of the Florida here. So you can see the individual information of the company information, contact information, and the revenue potential information. So this is what we'll learn on the day. Fine. But we have this opportunity. Let's go back to our opportunity itself. Okay, so if I edit this opportunity, okay, so this amount is something like how much amount you're going to invest on the product to call. I hope we are dealing with the Sony LED, I think. Yeah, I hope. Yes. The product here we chose is something like a Sony television. Ultra HD. Okay. 4K resolution. So let's say something like KFC required kind of 100 LED for the branches over there, for the different branches over there in the Chennai. But let's say this is something like an initial amount you're going to submit to the Sony company itself. So let's say something like I'm going to invest initially with the some 1 lakh or 10 lakh something. And closing days, I would like to close on the 5th of October. And here you will have a mandatory field called stage here. Okay, here you'll have different stages: prospecting, qualification, needs analysis, value proposition, ID, decision makers, everything and all here. Each and every stage will have its own probability. If I select something like a prospecting here, so you'll have the 10% of the probability. And if you select something like a value proposition here, so the probability rises to 50% here. Okay, if I take something like a perception analysis here, so you'll have 70% of it. So likewise, each and every stage being denoted by the probability means, so based on the probability, so which means that KFC is going to come back to us, come back to the Sony television, Sony company and all. So negotiation review, it is 90%. So there is something like closed one here. It is 100% that, okay. So Sony trusts that, okay, the KFC is trustworthy to invest something like 10 lakh rupees initial amount on behalf of the Sony television center. If you have the probability, we have one more called closed last year. If you have closed, if you select something like a closed last year, so we lost the lead again. We lost KFC Private Limited due to some reasons, Am I clear? So that's what here. So again, you can ask me a question. Can we add our own custom value into this pick list? This is what we'll call it as customization here. A simple customization. As we are dealing with these standard SO objects like campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, and these are all going to be the standard fields and all. Can we add a pick list value? Can we add a pick list value to the stage field? Is it possible to do that? Yes. I want to add a progressive stage. I want to add a pick list value called progressive to the stage with a probability called 60% of it, 65% of it. Let's say in between the perception analysis to the proposal. So where we can add, okay, again, this is going to be creation part, right? So go to the setup. Go to the setup. So there in the object manager, so where is this pick list? In the opportunity S object. So search for the opportunity S object. What is the pick list name? The pick list name here it is stage. The API name is stage name. Okay. The field name is stage. The API name is stage name. Okay, so if I just go to the stage, this is of what type? This is the type of all pick list. So these are the opportunity stages, pick list, value handle. I want to introduce a new value here. So what's the name of it? The name of it is progressive. Okay, it's an open one. What is the probability we choose it? We choose something like a 65%. Okay, so leave the default is as it is and click on save. So we have the value called progressive here. But this is of 65%, right? I would like to bring the 65 in between the ID decision makers to the perception analysis here. So for that, there is a button called reorder here. Just click on that. Bring this to the next to the ID progressive makers, sorry, decision makers, and save it. Now recheck once again. See, so 60, 65, 70. So we have added the progressive as the new click list value. So let's go back to our opportunity in the SAS. Okay. Now let me edit this. If I go to the, see, we got the value called progressive, which is with the probability called 65%. Got it? So these are the different values here. You can leave it as it is and save it. Fine, that's good. Oh, I think we forgot to enter the amount here. Okay, initially, let's go with this value. Save it. But actually, this amount should be reflected as the quantity required by the KFC multiplied with the price of the product. Let us say if the Sony television is of 100 rupees, okay, if KFC required something like a 10, so 100 into 10, so this is the supposed amount, like 1000, right? This is 1000 supposed to be reflect over here. I'm just giving an example. So this 100 is something like the product price. This is price. And this is something like the quantity required by the lead or customer. So when you multiply with the quantity and quantity with the price only, so the result, it should be reflect over here, but it is not here now. Okay, but it is not here. Directly we are entering manually but I don't want like this. I don't want like this. I want to have a proper product information. At the same time, I want to have the respective price of the product itself. So for that, Salesforce have the another what do you call? Okay, CRM have the another one called this unit of business. Okay, so basically in CRM, unit of business will call it as. That unit of business in CRM, you know what we'll call it as? We'll call it as product. We'll call it as product. That unit of business we'll call it as product. Like Sony, in our scenario, Sony televisions, it's a product unit of business of Sony. You can take any multiple example for it here. Okay, so object we store the product information. Anyway, that is a technical one here. So here we have given example for the bikes, cars, and trucks, and you require to have the tires. Like tires are the products. Television is a product. So it might be any kind of a brand here, doesn't matter here. But every product will have a price. Am I clear? So to store that price information individually, we have called price book. Am I clear? So for this product itself, we have the one more call price book. So price information of the product. So that's what we'll call it as price book. So individually you can find out the product. But anyway, if you go to your opportunity itself, in the right hand side, you can find the related information itself. Under the related tab itself, you can find out products. Or else if you want individually, you can go to the, do you find anything here? No, you can't. So if I just click on this, personalize your navigation bar, just click on it. Add more items, click on all, search for the product. Okay, I would like to add one more. Why? Because we require to have one more called price book also. So add these two tabs or navigation items to our application and save it. So if I just click on more here, you can find out products and price books. Anyway, let's go to the products. So let me add the product name as Sony Ultra HD 4K television. So it is an active product. So we'll have something like a XR Sony 1003T. Sorry. Okay, so we don't have any product family. You can ignore as it is, no problem. And just save it. So we successfully, likewise, you can create multiple products. Okay, I would like to create one more. Okay. Let's go with something like a continental size 18-inch. Okay. Active one. Let's go with the product called tire itself. Okay. So Conti C5832 UA. GTM, sorry. Okay, that's an active one. So have created. So likewise, you can create multiple products and but for every product, you should have a price book for it. Okay. So for that, let's go to the price book. Okay, let me create a price book here. Okay, so here I have shown it. Business B2B price book, B2C price book, partner price book, discount price book. Anything you can add it. Okay, so let's go with B2B price book. It's an active one and save it. But I don't have the product information, right? There are two S objects. There are two individual S objects. One is product and another one is price. So for this price book, you need to add the products. For this price book, you need to add the products. So in the price book itself, you can find out the tab called related. There in that, you can, if you just click on add products here. So can you find out our products? So where is our products? These are all standard products of Salesforce. Where is our product? So in price book, if I try to add the products over here, we can't, even I can't see our products here. What's a mistake? It's not about mistake here. Okay, so for that, let's go to the products first. First, we need to add our price. Okay, add standard price to the price book here. So here continental tire 18 inches handle, what is the list price? Let's go with something like a normal value of 25,000. That's it. We'll go with the small numbers. So likewise, repeat the same step for the Sony also. Okay, so go to the related. There you need to add the list price. Let's say it's a cost of 1,50,000. Okay, and save it. Unless until if you're not at the standard price for the product, you can't see those products over there in the price book. So that is the reason. Are we clear? Unless until if you're not adding the standard price to the product, you can't see those products over there in the price book. It's a mandatory thing to add the list price here. I hope now you can able to see. Oh, well, yes. You can find out Continental tire 18 inches, and at the same time, where is that Sony one? Why I can't see that actually? Show. Is there something wrong over there? Let me go to the products again. Did I save that? Yes. Get it once again. Okay, use as a standard price. Did I miss this? Okay, I think there is an exception. Okay. You only, just a moment, it's an active. Okay, I'm sorry. This is not active price book, so that is the reason. Okay, so let's go to the price books now. Add it so you can find out Continental one. Let me search for Sony. Yeah, I can see it here. Excuse me, just a moment. Sorry, one, right? So, like unless until if the price book is not active, you can't find it out. So that is the reason. So now we successfully created, right, our products with the price book, right? And you can find out the list price and everything. And even from here also, you can edit your list price also. But I'm not going to do anything here. So we successfully created a product, created our products and we have added those two products to the price book. Now, this opportunity KFC Private Limited, Chennai, so they required a product called Sony television, not tires. Okay, they're not dealing with the product called tires and all. So if we need to add those products, we need to add whatever the products required by this opportunity called KFC Private Limited, we need to add. So for that, we have in the related, you can find out products. Why? Because opportunity and product are related each other. So that's the reason it is coming up here. So if I click on this drop down button here, you can find out add products here. Even if you click on the choose price book, you can get the same page itself. So for adding a product to the opportunity, first thing is that you need to choose the price book. Am I clear? Unless until if you're not adding the product to the price book, you can't see it. So first, when you want to add a product to the opportunity, so first you need to choose the price book. So by default, we have only one price book called B2B price book only. So let's select it. So whatever the products present in this B2B price book, you can find it out here. Out of it, which product required by the KFC? So in our case, in our use case scenario here, Sony UHD 4K television here. And just click on next. So how much quantity they required? Let's say something like they required to have 100 televisions. So that is list price. This is sales price. List price is given by the company. At the same time, when you want to go for the sales price, kind of a 10% discount of it, or 20% of it, and all, if you want, you can go with that. It's up to you, okay? But I would like to go with something like a 1,25,000 something, okay? Kind of a 1,25,000. A festival offer something. It's more than that. Okay, let me remove this and save it. So here the quantity is 100 and the price is 1,25,000. Okay, it's more than that actually. I'm extremely sorry for it. Okay, it's been added. Right? If I go to the details here, see, this is what the amount we got it. So this amount where we are coming from, sorry, where it is coming from, it is coming from the quantity multiplied with the sales price of it. So this is what we'll call it as product line items or products. You just go to the view all here. You can see from the products B2B B2B price book and all, this is what you can see here. Likewise, if you want to add more products and all, you can add. Sorry. So this is how we use the product price book. With the help of it, we can directly add to the opportunity here. Now this amount field, earlier it was a manually, it is we can able to edit. Now it became a read-only field here. Once if you add the product and price pick to the opportunity, right, by calculating the quantity into the sales price here, automatically this amount is getting populated over here. As it is not a manual thing, so automatically it's get populated, updated. So that is the reason this field became the read-only field, not edit field. All right. So by using the sales application, we can able to create the campaigns, we can able to generate the leads, we can able to convert those leads to the account contact and opportunity, and we can able to add the product and price pick to the opportunity, and we can see the automatical calculations over there with the software and all. Perfect. But this software being used by whom? Sony. For the Sony marketing purpose, kind of a hoardings at airport. Again, the Sony, how many leads we got it through this campaign, and how many leads been converted into account, contact, and opportunity, and how to add the product and how to create the product, how to add those products to the price book with the help of price book and product, how to add those products to the opportunity which are required by the lead here. That's fantastic. But I want to send this information or estimation to the customer, KFC Private Limited, to the lead. Otherwise, I want to do that. How? So that's what in CRM, what do you call it? Price estimation. Price estimation of the product. Price estimation of the product. What do you call it in Salesforce? We'll call it as quote. We'll call it as quote or quotation. Okay. Actual pronunciation is quotation, but shortly we'll call it as quote. So what is quote? Price estimation of the products. Am I clear? So how to generate this? How to provide this estimation to the lead called KFC Private Limited? Who is the contact person? I think Stella, right? Stella Joseph. So for that, so if you scroll down at the bottom, we can find a quote. Oh wow, I don't find the quote here. So by default in Salesforce, remember, by default in Salesforce, the quote is not enabled. The quote is not enabled. We should enable it. Okay, so go to the setup further, go to the setup, go to the quote settings. Under the sales, you can find out quotes. Under quotes, you can find out quote settings here. So if you go to the quote settings, enable quotes here. Okay, I'm not checking this create quotes without related opportunity. Let it be related now and save it. Add to the layout. So by default, when you enable the quote here, so we should add that to the opportunity layouts only. So by default, it is coming like this and save it. I'm not doing anything. I have enabled the quotes and I have added that quote to the opportunity of different page layouts. So now if I go back to our opportunity in sales application, if I reload this page, all right, if I reload this page, if I scroll down, there you can find out the quotes here. Or else can we have the quotes over here? So let's add more quotes here. I mean, let's have more items here. So if I search for quote, we can't find it over here. I think it's not added yet actually, but anyway, we'll use the space here. So do we have, okay, anyway, we'll have it here. I'm sorry, it's already been added. Okay, so by default, currently we don't have any codes here. Let's create now. But we don't have the opportunity for creating a new code from here itself. Why? Because the codes are related to the opportunity. Okay, so I'm in the opportunity called KFC Private Limited Chennai here. So just click on this drop down button, just create a new code. Okay, so code name. So Sony 2 KFC code on 7/10/2024. Okay, so expiry date for this, let me have it on Friday itself. So do you want to provide some tax? Let's provide some GST for it. Shipping charges, yes. But I want to provide some discount. How? It's not editable field. It's a read-only field. I can't able to provide the discount here itself, but we can do that. We can achieve that. Okay. Let's wait for it, please. You can enter the billing address and shipping address and save it. Are we done with the code? Yes, we are done with the code. If I go to this code here, you can find all the details here. So you will get code number, expiry date, code name, opportunity name is KFC Private Limited Chennai, account name is KFC Private Limited, subtotal tax, shipping handling charges, total price, grand total, perfect, everything. Contact name is Stella Joseph here. Oh, instead of I can give my name. Okay, I mean my email ID. Okay, so SMPC. Okay, I can give my email ID and save it. But I would like to provide the discount for this product. So where we can find out. So remember always for the code here, whatever the products we have added to this code. How many products we have added to this code? Only one, that is Sony Ultra HD. If I click on related here, whatever the products you have added, those comes under as code line items. I repeat, whatever the products you have added to the code here, those products will call it as code line items. So if you go to the code line items, there you can find out discount in terms of percentage. I would like to provide something like a 25% of it. Okay, and save it. Now, if you come to the details here, so here it is not updated. Okay. So here you can't find out discount here. See, now it is updated 25%. But this is information with the Sony sales application. This is. But I would like to send this code to the lead call KFC Private Limited, to the Stella Joseph there. So how? Just click on this. First, create a PDF. So this is a PDF being generated automatically by Salesforce here. You can find out all the details like list price, sales price, quantity, discount. After that, you can find out the total price with that subtotal, discounts and everything. Finally, the grand total, everything. Now, there is a button called Save an Email Code. Just click on this. You'll get a pop-up here and there. Okay. I'd like to close this. Right? So if you want, hi, please go through the code and let me know your choice. Opportunity. All right. So this is a subject. If I just click on send here, will it be sent to this BCCS, this email ID? Just click on send. So it's asking to attach and send it. So let me pass the screen for a while. Let me open my email ID. We'll see whether we have received or not. Just a moment. Yes, I have received it. Let me, where is it? Just a moment, please. All right. I hope now you can able to see, right? So this is from Salesforce here. This is an internal mail ID for it. So hi, please go to the code and let me know your choice of opportunity for it. And with this, you can find out our PDF quotation here. Am I clear? This is how we send the quotations for multiple times here. And now you got it right how to provide the discount under. Discounts, we can't find it directly here. Clear? So directly you can't find it. So for every product, you need to provide it. For every product, you're supposed to provide the discount for it. So this is how the sales application works in Salesforce here. But lots of things over here, right? As it is a time limited one, right? So many S objects being involved for this sales and marketing end, right? And we have seen so far the marketing and the sales application. Am I clear? But what about service application? Like service means what? Where the department will maintain the database for the issues and the solutions of it. Am I clear? So for example, in any case, if any customer is coming back, like we sold our Sony products to the KFC, and KFC again come back with some reasons, kind of the sound issues, the touch issues, overheat issues, anything, pixels issues, right? So let's select the contact name as Stella Joseph here and account name as KFC Private Limited. And what type of issue? It is related to the electrical one. And the case region, again, let's go with the equipped performance. And priority, I'm just going with a high here. And status is new. You can find out new, working, and escalated. So far, we'll go with the new only. And case origin, through the phone or email or web, I'm going with the phone itself here. You can provide your web email, web company, everything and all, and save it. So this is how they create the cases over here. Right? And see, for example, you have visited a service center. There you can find out some 15 to 20 staffs or employees over there in the Sony and all. Do you think all the 15 to 20 employees will working on only one television? No, right? So the Sony will assign that particular work to the one technician, only one technician only. All the technician will not work. And for that technician also, they will provide a deadline for it. Do you think it is something like, okay, so Mr. Technician takes some 1 month to anyway, but anyway resolve it? No. The technician will give you some kind of a time. 24 hours, 48 hours, 60 hours, something. Am I clear? So that is what we'll call it as task. Assigned to whom here? This assigned to whom is Rajeshan. This is something like a user. Instead of Rajeshan here, you can find out your own name. If you have multiple users, you can find out multiple users here. But as of now, we have only one user. In administration, you will be understanding how to create multiple users on top. Currently, we don't have this topic here, right? So in the next module, you're going to learn it here. And the subject here, let's send, okay, so call something. Okay, so related to this case here, and the priority is high, and save it. So we have assigned this issue to the user called Rajesh. But does the Sony provide the deadline for Rajesh to resolve this issue? Yes. So that is what called events. Events are nothing but the deadlines here. So location, let's say something like a Chennai. Subject again, it is going to be the call itself. This is what starting time. So let's say I'm going to start by tomorrow in the morning. And deadline, I'm going with the next day, 10 a.m. itself, kind of 9 a.m. Let me go with 9 a.m. itself, 24 hours. So related to this case, is it an all-day event? Yes, it is an all-day event. It is not half-day event, it is all-day event. Save it. So that's what task and events. Task is assigned to whom? To which person is been assigned. Event means what is the deadline for it? What is the deadline for it? That's what. So this is about the service application. Am I clear? This is about the service application where you can find out each and every. So we have seen marketing application, sales application, service application for the customer to maintain all the data together. Everything is related here. But at finally, I would like to show you something. What's the relationship between all these things? The campaign to here so far. I would like to know it. Let me clear. Let me go with each and everything. So account. Let me go with campaign. Do we have any relationship between all? Why? Because in the beginning level, we need to understand lead, contact. So this is very important. So we are creating and we are getting the solution. Fantastic. But the thing is that what's the relation between everything and all? Right? Quote also. I would like to go with quote and quote line also. Case also. Right? So that's it. If I just click on auto layout here, so I got the price book separately, individually. Let me zoom out. This is what here. So there is a lot of relation between different SO objects here. So each and everything is very important. You need to understand clearly. See, this blue line color indicates the lookup relationship and the red line indicates the master detail relationship. So here for the contact to the account, it is a lookup, right? You can check it out anyway. This is something like multiple things over here. So, but everything is related here. Campaign to lead is related here. So campaign to lead, between campaign to lead, it is a lookup. I hope we know what is lookup and master detail, right? You don't forget, right? So this is something like product to the case and product to the quote line. I'm sorry. Yes, product to the quote line items. Quote to the quote line item, it is a master detail again. So all are each and every things, whatever we learned so far, everything is related together here. It's not individual SO objects. Everything is related here. So that's what application, right? So this is about the CRM module here. How the marketing and sales and application service applications being work here. Now let's go to the next module. Okay, so far in the first module, we have learned the custom related things and the custom applications, SO objects, relationships, fields and relationships, different features we learned. But in CRM, we learned how the marketing, sales, and service applications working over there in Salesforce. Here. Now you hope understood, right? Why Salesforce became very popular over there over here in the part of CRM. So this is the reason here. So the basic structure for the marketing, sales, service been already predefined here. So if you have more requirement, okay, so do customizations, do implementations. So that's what we can do with this actually in Salesforce. I hope it is clear for everyone, right? Fine. So now let's go to the next module called security and administration. Got it? So what comes under the security module? Sorry, security and administration, right? If we more talk about the security related to application, whatever the schema related to, let me write down schema. So what are the things we learn in the schema? We learn something like there. What is application? We have created application, is object, tabs, fields, data, or record, anything. We can call it as data or record also. You can go with anything. So we more talk about the security related to the application, is object, tabs, fields, and data and everything. And again. So what are those comes under? What are the different security elements we have related to this application, is object? How are you going to protect all these things over there and say with the help of Salesforce here? Yes. So let's have something like a user profile, OWD. These are the keywords. These are the keywords related to security. Anyway, we are going to learn practically today itself. Don't worry. Okay. So sharing settings or sharing rules. Okay, let me type down this one over here. Permission sets. So these are some of the things related to manual sharing. So these are the security related to the application level, SO object level, tab level, field level, everything else. Okay. Right. These are related to the security and administration. So far in the module one, we learned the validations and formulas and everything, right? Salesforce will provide the validations as well as automations also. But for automations and all, I don't want to go for a coding and all. Without writing a coding itself, I want to deal with the automations and all. How? So we have the automation tools. Okay, so like we in this development program, we are going to deal with the flows here, lightning flows. That is a two lightning flows. Okay, so that is the one we are going to learn it in our development program here. And I want to deal with multiple data. I think in the while dealing with the creation of SO object, someone asked me this question actually. I don't remember them. I think it's Shubham, I think, right? Shubham or Saurabh, I don't know exactly about the name, right? I want to create multiple S objects. Okay, we can create that actually, but now I want to create multiple data in Salesforce, not in hundreds, kind of lakhs and millions of data. Is it possible to do that? At the same time, I want to update that particular data, kind of 1 million data I want to update. I want to delete a 1 millionth of data. Is it possible to do that in Salesforce? Again, I don't want to go for any kind of a coding level. Okay, so that part is comes under data migration. So these are some of the things we are going to learn it over there in our security and administration. But anyway, I would like to add one more. Okay, so kind of analysis part. I would like to add this one. I want to generate some reports. I want to generate reports. I want to analyze those different types of reports and also how it is possible. Can we do that? Can we do that? Yes, we can do that. Right? Fine. So now we'll see today the security part of the first one, first security element called profile. So what is profile? Set of CRUD permissions. That's what the definition we learn it over there in the first module. Right? So generally, when you want to create, okay, so before that itself, I want to introduce one more called user. User means the people. Like for example, you want to create an application. So definitely I need to create a user for you. Again, you develop an application as a sales representative. I want to use this application. So I need to create a profile related to the sales representative. I want to create a user related to the manager level and also. So that's what here. User is nothing but the people who create, okay, let's say people involved in the organization. It might be at the development level, development company level. It might be the client company level, and it doesn't matter. The user is common over here. If you want to develop an application or if you want to use an application, you must have a user. That is a basic requirement here in Salesforce. But when you want to create a user, okay, so before going to the profile here, I want to create a user. This is related to creation part, right? So where you should be? You should supposed to be there in the setup. Okay, so I'll go to the column called administration. In the users, you can find out users here. Okay, let me create a user, new user here. Let's say something like Sunita B. Okay, so email ID. Okay, so to reset this, I would like to give my name. Yeah. So nickname, you can give anything here, doesn't matter. Title is product manager. Company, let's go with Tesla. Department division, you can enter it. So this is an active one. So for creating this user, I need to provide three mandatory things. One is a role here. Role, again, it is going to be an optional one, but user, okay, this is profile here. Which profile you are going to assign to Sunita? So these are the different licenses here, but anyway, the licenses we'll talk about that later now actually. So profile. So profile is the mandatory thing whenever you want to create a user. So there are different types of profiles. We have it in Salesforce. Again, I would like to give you one more. There is one more called user license. There is one more called user license. In this license here, sorry, when you want to create a profile here, you must first select the user license. Like for example, if you go to the RTO office, right, road and transport office and all, you can find out heavy vehicle license, two-wheeler license, four-wheeler license and all. Am I clear? So there are different types of license. But here the channel is RTO only. Through that only we can able to check the licenses and like this two-wheeler, four-wheeler and heavy vehicle, right? And the pilots also will have their own licenses and all. And again, you can find out what you call national license and all, international license and all, everything can find out. The different types of it. Likewise, when you want to create a profile initially, when you want to create a profile, you must select the user licenses and all. But as a developer, as an administrator, how would I know about the user license information and all? Okay, so there for user license information, there you can find it over there in the company information. Under the company information, okay, under the company information, you can find out all these licenses. See, Salesforce is a license. How many licenses we have here? 2. One is already used here. Likewise, Salesforce apps, login, Salesforce platform, Salesforce customer community, work.com. Likewise, we have more. These are all licenses. And there is a matrix being given here. You can find out the name of the Salesforce license. At the same time, total licenses, the same time user licenses, how many remaining, what is expiry date and everything on that. So based upon this user license only, you can create a profile. And whatever the profile you require it, you can assign that particular to the user end. Am I clear? So let me duplicate this for a while. So if you go to the profile, first let us create a profile. If you want to create a user, first the first security element is profile only. So go to the profile. These are all standard profiles here. These are all standard profiles here. You can go through each and every profile and check it out what is the difference between all. There are lots of difference. These are all common. There is no such thing called common like profiles only. If it is common, then why Salesforce want to provide all these things? So it depends on the user case, user scenarios, what kind of job role it is, what kind of work you're going to deal with it, what kind of projects, what kind of permissions to be given to the user and all. Based upon that only a profile can be created. Are we clear? So based upon that only a profile can be created. Am I clear? So these are all, there are 41 standard profiles here. Right? These are all standard profiles. I want to create a custom profile, which is same looks like system administrator. Why? Because so far, whenever you create an entity over there in Salesforce, so far, I'm not saying, okay. So we provided the same, we assign that particular entity to the system administrator. So I would like to create same profile like the system administrator only. But can we use the same profile? Why we can't use the same profile? You know why? If I edit this, even I would like to give you this information. At app level, at custom app level, I can modify the information. So you can see our application. hospital management application. I can. If you want to provide the visibility, or if you don't want to provide the visibility, you can. But apart from that, even tab also you can do. Even tab level also, you can see default on, default off, tab hidden, everything under. Even this is also we can modify it. Perfect, perfect. But what about administrative permissions? Can we edit? We can't edit. Why? Because as an administrator, so we need to provide some permissions to the user, right? So in that case, I need to have an access to the modification, but currently I don't have the system. But why? Because this is a standard profile. It is a standard profile of it. So for that reason only, Salesforce is not providing the modification here. All right, all right. So can I read the general user permissions? I can't. Again, it is a read-only one. What about S object permission? That's for CRUD permissions, right? Create, read, and edit. Sorry, update and delete. Update or edit, both are same one. Okay. At least, can I modify this? I can't do this. Am I clear? So if the standard profile can't able to modify, then if I assign to the user, if the user I want to provide, if any case arises, if I want to provide any kind of a permissions at the administrative level, S object level permissions and all, I can't use it. Then what is the solution for it? Nothing. Okay. Let's go to cancel this. Just go to the profiles, create a profile here. So which profile you want to clone it? I want to clone the existing profile called system administrator. That's what I'm going to do it now. I'm going to clone the system administrator with the user license called Salesforce here. But remember, always go to the company information, check how many licenses we have, user licenses, 2. Out of 2, we already used 1 here, remaining only 1 here. If you have already consumed the total number called 2 by the Salesforce licenses here, furtherly you can't create it. So for that only you need to check each and everything under. Let's go with something like a sales manager and save it. See, now it became a custom profile. If I edit here now if I edit the sales manager profile here, if I scroll down, yes, I can able to edit the tab level permissions. Wow. Earlier it was not administrative permissions, and now I can able to edit. What about general user permissions? I can. What about the S object level permissions? I can do that. I can do that now perfectly. So we successfully created a custom profile called sales manager profile under. So now I want to create a user. I want to assign the sales manager profile to that particular user. Right? So let's go to the user. Let's go to the users. Okay, I would like to create a new one, right? Yeah. So let's go with Sunita. Be here. Let me go with this email ID so far. So let's go with Sunita at testcompany.com. Okay. So far I'm not worrying about the role and later we'll talk about it. Okay. So user license here. So, but if I go with work.com only, I can't find it. So if I go to the Salesforce license only, I can see multiple profiles here. What's our profile? Our profile is sales manager profile here. Is it an active one? Yes, it is an active. And save it. So this is how we create the users with the help of a profile now. So this is profile here. But I would like to reset the password for the Sunita here. Then only I can log in. If I directly go with something like username junita.b@testcompany.com and all, but whatever the password. So whenever, like how we sign up with Salesforce. Likewise, when you sign up, right? So immediately we'll receive a mail from the Salesforce to reset the password, right? So likewise only, I'm just saying. So let me pass away. Let me go to my email ID so that I can show it. Yes. Okay. So this is how we receive the mail from the Salesforce about the URL. The username is sunita.b@testcompany.com. Now, if I click on verify account, it will directly redirect to create a password. No, I'm not doing it in the same page, same browser itself. I would like to go with the another browser. Let me go with another browser. Just right click on the verify account, copy the address, everyone. Just open any other browser. I'm going with the Microsoft Edge here. Okay. Otherwise, open that same email over there in the. Okay. So this is how I receive it. So ready for reset password? Just click on the reset password here. It's taking some time for it. Okay, so this is a scheduled maintenance on Sunday 13th. Okay. The same page, you can find out the username called sunita.b here. I'm just going with some password. You can carry on with your own password for it. Okay. Just click on change password here. The same page you can find out. The same page you can find it out. Okay, just it's reloading. Just a minute. All right, fine. Fine, so this is how it looks like here. Right? If I go to the app launcher, click on view all here. I can find out the hospital management system, insurance agent, customer related application, everything under. Now we'll talk about some permissions here, application level permission. Now, this is whose user, okay? Let me show this, okay? There is a lot of confusion here. The user is Sunita B, which is open in the Microsoft Edge here. Here the user is, let me close this. Here the user is myself, Rajesh here. Now, as an administrator, I don't want to provide, see, for example, I'm just giving a use case scenario. There are a lot of applications accessed by the user called Sunita here. Hospital management system application, insurance agent, customer rate application, everything. Now, I don't want to provide the access to the, I don't want to provide this insurance agent customer related application to the Sunita. So as an administrator, I'm just going back to system administrator. I'm the administrator. Rajesh is the administrator. Am I clear? So just go to system administrator. See, Rajesh is the system administrator. Sunita is going to be the sales manager profile. So what administrator will do? What he will do, What is the profile being assigned to Sunita? You should go there. Okay, if you just click on the profile, it will redirect to the profile page only. If I just click on edit here, the sales manager, this is the profile we assigned to Sunita, the user called Sunita here. So here under the custom app settings here, I'm removing the visibility of this incidence agent customer related application. I'm not doing anything. I just removed the checkbox there. I've not enabled that actually. Save it. That's it. I'm not doing anything. I've just removed the app level settings. That's it. Let me check. Let me check once again. See, incidence agent customer related application. Am I clear? Now let us check whether it is the same thing over here or not. Let me reload it. Okay. So if I go to the app launcher, if I go to the view all, so let us see whether see, I don't find the incidence agent system applications here. What? So this is what app level. So when you want to provide or when you want to remove the when you want to provide the access or when you want to remove the access of application level, as an administrator, you should go to the respective profile which is assigned to the user and just do that. That's it. Am I clear? Perfect. Again, if you want to provide it, again, same edit this, edit this, and just enable this checkbox and save it. That's it. Again, if you go back, reload it once again. Okay. Now I'm in Sunita's account here. Okay. This is hospital management system. If you go to the view all, there, see, incidence agent customer related application here. Now again, I got it. So this is how we use the profile for application level security. It's very important. Why? Because profile is the first security element in Salesforce. Again, let's come back to our application, hospital man system. I'm not disabling it, okay? So let it be active for it. Right? What about tab level? In tab level, we have three security elements. Sorry, three options, three values over there. Level 1 of security is default on. Level 2 is default off, and level 3 is tab hidden. So there are three securities related to tab: default on, default off, and tab hidden. Default on means by default you'll have all the things here in the application. What is default off? I don't want to provide the pharmacies here to the hospital management system to the Sunita. I don't want to provide the access to the pharmacist tab to user called Sunita for the hospital management system. So for that, let's edit this profile. Why? Because sales manager is the profile we have assigned to the user called Sunita there. So let's go to the tab level section. There you can find all the custom tabs for pharmacies. I'm going to, can I go with default off? First I'll go with default off, later we'll go with the tab here. What will happen? Save it. I have default, I have provided the access called default off to the pharmacy. Right? Now let's go back to the Sunita's account. Okay. Reload it. But still I can find out pharmacies. But still I can find out pharmacies here. Am I clear? Still I can find out pharmacies. I can create a new record also. That's always up to like a so $650. Am I clear? So then what's the difference between default off to the tab hidden? Again, let me edit. Go to this time I'll go with the pharmacies here, tab hidden. Okay. So now we can find out tab hidden there for the pharmacies. Okay. Let me save it. Now if I go back and reload it, again I can able to see it here. So I'll do one thing. Let me launch it again. Let me launch this application again. Okay, so for that, okay, I understood. Still it is visible only. Why? You'll be understanding that. Okay, why you'll understand that. Whenever you're going for the tabs and all, like S objects, we provided a link as a tab, right? Yes or no? Fine. So this is purely depends on the S object level. We'll discuss that actually. Okay, let it be as default off and tab hidden. These are the three levels we have here. Let it be why it is not working. You'll be understanding that. Okay. Fine. No problem. Or else if you want to show me again, I mean, if you want to show, let me log out and let me show you again also. What is it? Sunita. Be at this. See, now you can't see it. Okay. So if I go with the navigation, let me add. Can I add more items? I mean, can I add more items here? If I search for pharmacies, I don't find it. Even if I try to add more items from all here, right? If I search for pharmacies here, I don't find it. But if I go back again, what is the level of access we provided? I think tab hidden, right? Tab hidden, right? If I go with something like a default off to the pharmacies, save it, go back to Sunita's account and reload once again. It's loading still. Wait for it. Okay. So default off we provided, right? Still we can't see it, but if I go to the navigation items and add more items and go to the all, if I search for pharmacies, even though we can't find it out here. But if you go to the tabs, there you can find out. I think pharmacy spelling wrong. I think. PA. Just a moment. See, I can able to see spelling wrong. Actually, that's the reason. So that's all the difference between the default off to the tab hidden. Default off means by default you can't see the tab over there in the application, but at the back end you can find out. But tab hidden means by default, right? Tab hidden means by default, the user cannot access the tab. So that's what tab level security, default off, default on, and tab hidden. Okay, so we have seen so far with the help of profile as an administrator, right? So we can able to provide the access, or we can, if you don't want to provide the access to the application level and tab level under, we have seen it. Perfect. What about S object level? Like what S object level permission? What are those CRUD permissions? CRUD. Create, read, update, and delete, right? Here Sunita can able to, if I go to all, okay, anyway. Right? If I click on new here, she can able to access the 2 record types, the same time to all profiles here. Okay, let's say something like if can create a patient called Uday Kiran. Okay, so male, blood group AB positive, date of birth is something. Okay, if you want, I can create a doctor from here itself, right? Just create a new doctor also. Let's say something like a Hamid. Okay, save it. Let's provide some contact information. Remember, all the validations will be works across all the users present in the organization. So remember always. Okay? Remember always, that is. This is very important. Save it, save it. So Sunita, the user Sunita can able to create new records, can able to update also, I hope. Uday Kiran, okay. Can update the, wow. And can able to delete also, right? Can able to delete also. Yes, do you want to delete the patient? Yes. We can do undo also. Again, Sunita can able to read the patient information also. Wow, all the CRUD permissions. But here, I don't want to provide. So I don't want to provide the CRUD permission. I don't want to provide new permissions. I don't want to provide new permission to the, like I would like to restrict the date, new creation data. Even at the same time, I don't want to provide delete also, delete permission also. Then what system administrator will do now? What system administrator will do now? Come on, let's think about that. Right? Again, the system administrator will go to the respective profile. So we have assigned the sales manager profile to the user here. So let's click on edit here and go to the S object level permission. For which S object? For which S object? For patient S object. I don't want to provide create. I don't want to provide delete. I don't want to provide create. I don't want to provide delete. I want to remove the access for creating a new record and deleting the existing record. Fine. Let's save it now. Let's save it now. Now we have removed to Sunita for the profile called sales manager, the new record and the delete record. So let's reload the application once. Okay. So can Sunita create a new record? See, she can't create a new record. Can she create a new record? I'm sorry, delete. See, there is no delete option here. So this is how we restrict the CRUD permissions to the user. Kind of creation, read, update, and delete. If you want, but the user can able to edit. The user can able to edit. Am I clear? The user can able to edit. I have updated the blood group here. See, earlier it was AB positive. Now I have updated to O negative, but user can have edit option, but doesn't have the new, creating a new record and deleting the existing records. And again, if you want to do that, again, the system administrator has to go to the sales manager profile. So that is what the profile we have assigned it. Now, if you want to provide create, and I don't want to provide edit also. Edit, delete also, I don't want to provide. I want to provide only two permissions. One is create and one is delete. So save it. Now, if you go back and reload, why? Because at the backend we have changed the permissions, right? So that's what. See, now you can't see the edit, but now you can see the. Oh, why it is not? Oh, I think we have removed the edit and delete, but patience, the user Sunita can able to create a new record. Yes, we can. If she can do that. Yes. Am I clear? Okay. Let's have something like Surisha. Okay, female. Maybe negative. Let's provide the mandated data. Okay. None. Okay. Save it. See, she can able to. I mean, the user Sunita can able to read the record at the same time, can create a new record, but doesn't have the permission of. So this is how the role of the system administrator. Clear. This is about application level, tab level, SO object level. Next, I would like to show you something like, what about field level? I don't want to provide this patient's age, to the user. The user can able to select the date of birth for the calendar, but I don't want to provide the. Okay, see, if I try to update, even though we have a button called edit here, see, if I select any date here, if I try to click on save here, entity type cannot be updated, which means that we have removed the permission for the user here. Perfect. Anyway, that's from the S object level, right? S object level access handle. Now, I don't want to provide this patient's age field, whatever the field you want it. If you want to provide the access, or if you want to remove the access. So again, the system administrator, what he will do? Yes. Again, the system administrator will go to the respective profile which is assigned to the user. In our case, user is Sunita, and the profile we have assigned is sales manager. But this time, don't go for edit and all. We'll go for field level security of it. Field level security. Okay, so let's go with the custom object, custom SO object level 1. Yes, go to the patient, edit here, go to the patient and edit. And which field you want to remove? I would like to remove this patient age, which is a number. Remove this and save it. That's it. I'm not doing anything. Can we go back and reload? Still, it is not yet updated. You need to wait for it. So due to the Network issues only, this type of issues will face it actually. It's not really directory. We need to wait for it. But here it is read access also, we removed both, we removed it here anyway. You will get it, you will write it. Okay, so for that reason only, just a minute, please. Let me log out and do it once again, actually. See, now I can't. I don't find the patient's age here. In any record, you can't find out patient's age here. Why? Because we have removed the field level access. So this is how we use the profile for the field level security. Not only for that, if you want to provide the page layout assignment, record type assignments and all, we can do that from the profile itself. Am I clear? Right? All the levels. Not only the field level, everything. If you want to provide the permissions at the application level, page layout level, record type level, SO object level, field level, tab levels, everything I have shown here. But data level, we have different security elements. That is separate entity. Right? Kind of administrative level permissions, general user permissions, everything you can do it here. With the help of what? Profiler. Got it? So let's go with, like, there are some exceptions over there in the profile here. Kind of the, what do you got it? Kind of licenses, user licenses is the exception over here in the profile under. Why? Because whenever you want to create a profile under, so you must, right? You must select the user license first. Because that's a simple exception I'm telling you about actually. At the same time, I want to provide more permissions, but I don't want to disturb the profile under. Whatever the permissions I have provided at the access level, like application level, S object level, field level, tab level, page layout level, anything and all. I don't want to disturb the profile, but at the same time, I want to provide more permissions. I want to add more permissions to the user under. So do we have any security element in Salesforce for like this? This is an exception only. I don't want to provide, sorry, I don't want to disturb the profile. At the same time, I want to add more security to the user and all. Is it possible to do that? Yes, we have here. So that is what call the next one. That is what call permission sets. So exceptions or exemptions over profile. Exceptions or exemptions over profile. Sorry. So that's what we'll call as permission sets. So permission set is the another security element in Salesforce.com. Again, where you can find out there in the same section only. If you scroll down under the administration section, if you just click on the users, expand it, there you can find out permission sets. So this is all the default permission sets and all. Just click on new here. Let's say sales manager permission set. Okay. So don't activate this. Don't enable this session activation required until now it is not required for it. So do you want me to take the license into the consideration here? It's not a mandatory thing. For creating a permission set, license is not mandatory. For creating a profile, license is mandatory. License means user license. And just click on save. So this is what the permission set looks like. Whatever the permissions over there in the profile, the same you can find it, but everything being individually linked up over here. That's it. Individually segregated in the sections here. But if I go to the app permissions or object settings, if I go to the object settings here, you can find out all the objects over here. You can find out all the objects. If you want, you can search for it. I would like to search for patient. Object settings for patients. See, you can find, if I just click on edit here, I can find out all. You can find out record type settings, permissions like thread permissions, everything under. In our profile, sales manager, we have removed, right? We have removed the edit and update. Sorry, edit and delete permission for the patient, right? And now I would like to add from the permission set. I would like to add edit and delete from the permission set. Right? At the same, just for use case scenario, okay? Right? And if you want to go with something like a fee level security also, you can add it. If you want, like we have removed the patient's age from the profile, right? The fee level one. Let me enable this and save it. Like, so we have provided edit and delete. Permissions we have added. We have updated it. At the same time, we have, as we removed the patient's age field from the profile, now we have added here. Are we done? No, it is not. We need to assign this permission set to the user. Okay, so for that, just click on, where is this? So for that, just click on this button called Manage Assignments. From there, just click on Add Assignment. So to which user you want to assign? Yes, to the user called Sunita. Just click on Next. Okay, you can check it out the details of the user and assign. That's it. So we have created a permission set and we have assigned that permission set to the Sunita. Unless until if you're not assigned to the user, so whatever the permissions you have enabled, it won't applicable. Right? So let's go back to Sunita now. Let's reload the application or the page. Now you can able to see the edit page. See? But here it is saying, okay, one second. You can able to see the edit. You can able to see the delete. Even you can able to see the delete also. Okay, again, I need to log out and do it once again. Just a minute, please. It's not updated quickly. This is not for every time at the peak hours. So if you go to the patient, if you go to Sirisha here, you can find out edit. Okay. Sirisha H. I want to update the name. Save. See? I can able to update. Can I delete? Yes, I can delete also. Successfully delete. But let me undo. Have a SAS. Not sufficient data here. And what about the fields age, patient age? We have removed from the profile. Now you can able to see through the permission set. That's what. But remember always, if you want to create, this is a very important note to everyone. Whenever you want to create a permission set, first and important thing is that you should have a profile. Okay. So without profile, you can't create a permission set under. So that's a mandatory thing for it. Okay. So that's what about this. So profile, user, permission sets will work at the schema level. Still, we have the other one called data there. So that we'll achieve by tomorrow. So let me stop here. And please let me know if you have any questions. Whether the earlier classes sessions, anything on for today's session, anything. Let me know it quickly. I'm not getting the different cities in the state, how to create. Okay. Like you have not added those things over there, Bharat Kumar. This question from Bharat Kumar actually. Mr. Bharat, you have not added the values properly. Or else check it out, is there a global pick list value set? Like exam same, state, create a state and whatever the cities you have, you need to select that actually. Check it out, what is the mistake you have done. Any more questions from anyone? Let me know. All right. So if you don't have any question, okay, over to Sushmita. And thank you for joining. So tomorrow we'll meet by the same time and we'll continue with the more security elements and administration. So tomorrow is the last day for the administration. And later on, we'll concentrate for the development. Actually. So that's what very important for us actually. Everything is important only, but more one. Fine. Anyway, you got your attendance sheet. Okay, go with that. Over to Sushmita. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, students, I have shared the attendance link again on the chat. If you have not marked your attendance, kindly mark your attendance. And if you're done with an attendance and if you don't have any query, you can drop the session. Make sure that you will be marking your attendance without any fail. Okay, I hope you all marked your attendance. So we'll wind up for the day. Thank you all. We'll meet again by tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.